Hey, what's going on? Today I'm going to build a full network from scratch, make sure everything works, and then I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it on purpose because that's where real networking starts. So here's what we're working with. We have two departments, the human resource department and the sales department. And they both need to communicate, but they're on separate networks. This is exactly how you'll see it in a company. Different departments, different traffic, but still connected. All right, let's start building this out. I've got a router here and I am connecting G0/0 to the HR network, G0/1 to the sales network. Each interface is going to represent a different network. So now I'm assigning IP addresses. For HR, I'm assigning 192.168.10.1. No shutdown. For sales department, I'm assigning 192.168.20.1. No shutdown. This is basically the door out of each network. So now each department has its own network, but the router connects them together. That's how communication happens between them. Now, instead of manually assigning IPs to every device, I'm going to use DHCP because in real environments, you're not going around configuring every single PC. Before we do anything else, I'm excluding some addresses. Why? Because these are going to be used for devices with static IPs, for example, printers. So for HR, 192.168.10.2. For sales, 192.168.22. These stay consistent so devices always know where to find them. So now let's create our DHCP pool. For HR, network 192.168.10.0. And it's going to be on the /24 network. Default gateway 192.168.10.1. DNS 8844. Now for the sales network. 192.168.20.0. Default gateway 192.168.20.1. DNS server 8844. Alright, now let's set up the printers. And this is important because printers are one of those devices that you don't want changing IP addresses. So instead of using DHCP, we're going to assign them a static IP. For the HR department printer, I'm setting it to 192.168.10.2. Default gateway 192.168.10.1. DNS 8844. And for the sales department printer, 192.168.20.2. I'm also setting the default gateway so each printer knows how to communicate outside its own network. And trust me, if this is wrong, nothing's printing and everyone's blaming the network. So now both printers have static IP, correct subnet, correct gateway, which means any device in the network will always know exactly where to find them. Alright, let's test the DHCP server by making sure all PCs are able to communicate properly and attain an IP address. Good, device is getting an IP automatically. Let's do this for all the PCs. Awesome. So now let's ping the gateway and test communication. Can it reach the gateway? Perfect. Now let's ping across network. Now let's test communication between departments. Great. And just like that, HR can talk to sales, sales can talk to HR. And just so you understand, this is a simplified version of a real network. In the real world, you're not just going to have a router and a couple switches. You're going to have things like VLANs to separate departments properly, firewalls to control and protect traffic between networks, access control, security policy, sometimes even multiple routers and redundant connections. But here's the thing. In the real world, it never stays like this because eventually something breaks. So in the next video, I'm going to break this network on purpose and show you how to troubleshoot it step by step like a real network engineer. If this video helped, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.